Guys, do subscribe the Gate Hunt and press the bell icon to receive notifications on latest jobs updates, Gate talks and video lectures on Gate and IES. Hi guys, welcome to this 14th lecture of ICT for GS for IES. So today, as part of ICT networking, we are going to see various storage technologies which we are using in computers. So storage means an area where we can save the data. Guys, in ICT networking, we are having three types of storage technology. First one is magnetic storage technology or magnetic storage devices. Second one is optical storage technologies. And third one are solid state storage technologies. Guys, in case of magnetic storage technologies, the data is stored in tiny magnetic holes. Whereas in case of optical storage technologies, the data is stored in a memory unit using laser light. Moreover, in case of solid state storage technologies, the data is stored in a flash memory. So guys, this is the basic difference between these three storage technologies. So guys, now we will discuss about various classifications of this magnetic storage technologies and this optical storage technologies and this solid state storage technologies. And moreover, we will be seeing that what does this magnetic hole means, what does this laser light means, and what does this flash memory means. So guys, first of all, let us talk about this memory storage technologies or memory storage devices. So in these devices, the data is stored in the form of tiny magnetic dots, and these magnetic dots are created by magnetic fields which are created by electromagnets. Guys, these memory storage technologies are further classified into two types. First one is removable magnetic storage devices and second one is fixed magnetic storage devices. And examples of removable magnetic storage devices are magnetic tape, magnetic disk, and the examples of fixed magnetic storage device is hard drive. So guys, let us discuss in more detail the functioning of this magnetic tape, magnetic disk and this hard drive. Guys, talking about this removable magnetic storage devices, the first type of removable magnetic storage device discovered was magnetic tape. So in this, the magnetic dots are arranged along the length of magnetic tape, that is along the plastic strip. Moreover, these magnetic tapes supports sequential access. So what does this sequential access means? Guys, let us suppose that I have saved three files, F1, F2, F3 and F4. Four files I have saved. So now I want to access this file F3. So to access this file F3, I have to first of all access this file F1, then go to this file F2 and then only I can access this file F3. That is, I can't directly access this file F3. So this is what sequential access means. Moreover, using these magnetic tapes, we can save large amount of data. Guys, moving on, the access time required in case of these magnetic tapes is larger. And the reason behind this is that it supports sequential access. That is, for accessing this file F3, I will have to go through these all files which are saved before this file F3. So for saving large amount of data, magnetic tape is fine, but for accessing it is not fine. Guys, second types of removable magnetic storage devices are magnetic disks. So this magnetic tape was replaced by magnetic disk. In magnetic disk, magnetic dots are arranged in a circular manner. So guys, there are basically three types of magnetic disks. First one is floppy disk, then comes zip disk and then comes jazz disk. Guys, talking about this floppy disk, it can save only 1.44 MB of data. It is portable, that is, we can carry it from one place to another. It is removable and cheaper storage device. Moreover, using this floppy disk, we can transfer the data from one computer to another. Guys, it supports random access. That is, if I want to access file F3, I can access it directly without going through file F1 and F2. And since it supports random access, the access time is less. Guys, nowadays this floppy disk has been replaced by DVDs and CDs. Guys, second type of magnetic disk which were invented after the invention of floppy disk were zip disk. So it is removable and portable storage medium. It has a capacity of 250 MB to 750 MB and it supports random access. Guys, this zip disk was replaced by this jazz disk which supports random access and has a capacity of 1 GB to 2 GB. Guys, one disadvantage of this jazz disk is that it is very expensive. Guys, moving on to the second type of magnetic storage devices, these are fixed magnetic storage devices. So, a hard drive comes under the category of fixed magnetic storage devices. So, a hard drive into the case of a computer is known as a fixed storage device. That is, in a computer, there is a case in which this hard drive is fixed, which means that we can't remove it. Guys, almost every computer has a fixed hard drive. It acts as the main backing storage device for almost all computers, since it provides almost instant access to the files. So, what does this backing storage means? It means that this hardware provides backup. So, this backup means maintaining copy of same data for future use in case the original data gets corrupted. Guys, moving on, let's talk about the second type of storage devices, that is optical storage devices. So in this, the data can be saved as pattern of dots which can be read using laser beam. So what does this laser beam means? Laser beam is a source of light and the process of creating magnetic dots in these optical storage devices is called burning. So guys, if you remember in earlier days when we were having CDs and DVDs, we used to burn the disc. So what do you mean by burning is we are creating the dots. After creating the dots, the data will get stored in those dots, and whenever we want to read those dots, we will use the laser light. Okay, so this is what the overview of optical storage devices is. So guys, these optical storage devices are further classified into three categories. First one is read-only optical storage device, second one is recordable optical storage device, and third one is high-capacity optical storage device. Guys, examples of read-only optical storage device are CD-ROM, that is compact disc read-only memory, and DVD-ROM, that is digital versatile disk read-only memory. Guys, examples of this recordable optical storage device are CD-R, DVD-R, CD-RW, and DVD-RW, where this R stands for recordable, that is CD recordable, and this RW stands for rewritable. Guys, moving on, some examples of high capacity optical storage devices are Blu-ray disc and HD DVD. So guys, we will consider all these examples one by one. So guys, first of all, talking about this read-only optical storage devices, the first example of this read-only optical storage devices is CD-ROM, which stands for compact disc read-only memory. So the features of CD-ROM are it provides a capacity of 700 MB. It supports random access. Moreover, once we write the data can't be altered or deleted. For example, consider the case of music CDs. Someone adds songs to that CD, but we can't write or delete song from their disk. Guys, moving on, the second type of read-only optical storage device is DVD-ROM, which stands for Digital Video Disc or Digital Versatile Disc Read-Only Memory. So this V can be termed as video disc or versatile. Okay, so both these full forms are correct. So guys, the features of DVD-ROM are that it provides a capacity of 4.7 GB. Further, it supports random access, and in this case also, the data can't be altered or deleted. Guys, talking about the second type of optical storage devices, that is recordable optical storage devices, here we can write the data into the disk. So the first example of this recordable optical storage devices is CDR and DVD-R. So the CDR stands for compact disc recordable, and whereas this DVD-R stands for digital versatile disc recordable. So guys, some features of this CDR and DVD-R are that data can be written but can't be erased from these disks. That is, we can keep on adding the data until disk is full, but data can't be removed from these disks. Therefore, we can say that these disks can't be reused. Moreover, these disks supports random access. Guys, moving on, second example of recordable optical storage devices is CD-RW and DVD-RW. So this CD-RW stands for compact disc rewritable, whereas this DVD-RW stands for digital versatile disc rewritable. So guys, features of these types of disk are that this disk can be reused and at the same time we can erase the data. And the third point is that these disks supports random access. Guys, talking about the third classification of optical storage devices, that is high capacity optical storage devices. So the first example of this high capacity optical storage device is Blu-ray disc. So in this Blu-ray disc, using blue color laser beam, we can read the data. So that is why the name Blu-ray is given to these discs. So to read the data from disk, we use blue color laser light. Whereas in all other optical storage device studied so far, we used red color laser beam. So guys, this Blu-ray disc is the recent replacement of DVDs. It provides a capacity of 25 to 50 GB. Moreover, the HD videos can be saved in this Blu-ray disc and it supports random access. Guys, moving on to the second example of this high capacity optical storage device, that is HD DVD. So in this case, using red color laser beam, we can read the data and it provides a capacity of 15 GB. Moreover, HD videos can be saved and it supports random access. So guys, now we will see the last classification of storage devices, that is solid state storage devices. So as we have discussed earlier, that in case of solid state storage devices, the data is stored in a flash memory. So first of all, let us discuss that what does this flash memory means. So guys, this flash memory is a type of EEPROM, which stands for electrically erasable programmable ROM. Moreover, it is non-volatile, that is, even if the power of the data remains. So that is what we have studied in case of ROM, that if the power gets off, the data remains in the memory. Whereas in case of RAM, RAM is a volatile memory, that is, if the power gets off, the data also gets lost. So this flash memory is a non-volatile type of memory, that is, even if the power is off, the data remains. Moreover, in case of this flash memory, the stored data can be erased or changed. Guys, some examples of solid state storage devices can be pen drives, memory cards, etc. So let us discuss these examples one by one in detail. So guys, first example of this solid state storage device is USB memory stick. So these USB memory sticks are also called thumb drives or pen drives. So it is non-volatile in nature, that is, once we store some data into USB memory stick, it won't be lost even if power is turned off. Moreover, it supports random access. Guys, it has a flash memory connected to an USB interface. When we plugged in this USB memory stick, it appears as a drive in computer. Moreover, using this memory stick, we can transfer data and files from one computer to another. So guys, some of the advantages of this pen drive or thumb drive or USB memory stick are that it is very portable, that is, we can carry it from one place to another. Moreover, it can hold large data and it is durable, that is, long lasting. So guys, main disadvantage of this USB memory stick is that since it is portable, it can be stolen or damaged or lost. Guys, moving on, the second example of the solid state storage devices is memory cards. So these cards can store contacts, messages, digital images and videos taken by the camera. So we can say that SIM cards are an example of memory card. Guys, the SIM stands for subscriber identity module. So just remember the full form of this SIM card. Guys, advantages of memory cards are again that it is very portable, it can hold large data and they are durable. And disadvantages of memory cards are that since it is portable, it can be stolen or damaged or lost. Guys, moving on, the third example of solid state storage devices can be smart cards. So a card with flash memory is called smart card. Guys, it is more reliable and has much larger storage capacity. Guys, some examples of these smart cards are credit cards, debit cards, satellite TV cards and door entry cards. So guys, these are various storage technologies which we are using in ICT in networking. So guys, let me summarize all these storage technologies by drawing a chart. So these storage technologies can be classified into three types, that is magnetic storage devices, optical storage devices and solid state storage devices. Further, these magnetic storage devices can be classified into removable storage devices and fixed magnetic storage devices. So the examples of removable magnetic storage devices were magnetic tape and magnetic disk, whereas the example of fixed magnetic storage device was hard drive. So the feature of magnetic storage devices was that in case of magnetic storage devices, the data is saved in magnetic dot. Guys, talking about this optical storage technologies, these are classified into three types, that is read-only optical storage technologies, recordable optical storage devices, and high-capacity optical storage devices. So, example of read-only optical storage devices were CD-ROM and DVD-ROM, whereas examples of recordable optical storage devices were CDR, DVD-R, CD-RW, and DVD-RW. In the same way, the examples of high-capacity optical storage devices were Blu-ray disc and HD DVD. So guys, the main feature of these optical storage devices was that here we are using laser beam to save the data. Guys, moving on, the solid state storage technologies were having three examples. First one was USB memory sticks, the second one was memory cards, and the third one was smart cards. So the main feature of this solid state storage devices was that here the data is stored in flash memory. So alright guys, that's it about the storage technologies that are used as part of ICT networking. In the next lecture, we will start with the new chapter. Guys, do hit the like button and do subscribe the Gate Hunt and press the bell icon to receive notifications on latest jobs updates, Gate talks and video lectures on Gate and IES.